I'm Nevine Mahmoud, an artist in LA. We're here in my studio in East LA and El Sereno. I work with a lot of materials that have a lot of physical resistance, so maybe it involves like rigorous labor on my part. I was always drawn to making things in a way that was kind of like a technical challenge or some kind of system to understand and then overcome, like physically and sort of conceptually. So the stone was maybe an apex of that. The sort of most industrious, resilient material to work with, but also when you apply those techniques and the time and energy to working with it, it sort of yields these really seductive, like beautiful results. That's really lent itself to the visual vocabulary of my work. Some pieces can be very like pretty and colorful and light, and then some others are imbued with a little more, I don't know, violence, but like roughness and heaviness. This piece is one of the earliest pieces I made in terms of larger scale, which is an actual to scale cast of a slide, but cut in half. And I was just really interested in this shape and what it could do out of context, because really that was the fascination. It was formal. Like there was something about a slide that was playful in its function and sort of domestic and related to the body and sort of representative of it, but like kind of blown up. Like that's how I was interpreting that shape. So I kind of felt like the sculptural job would be to make this replica and then put it in a gallery just completely out of context and see what happens. I've been working with a lot of figurative imagery and feminine symbolism, and they're not like particularly strange things, subject matter, but the way that the material reacts to that idea is usually like a bit off. Casting was the genesis of a lot of these kind of formal motifs, and to cast an object involves understanding the negative and the positive sides of a thing in space. So I feel very sensitive to those things, and I feel like it translates also pretty directly to male and female, things that fit together, and then space around something becomes like an object in itself. There are many pieces that I've made and I feel like are successful site-specifically. The objects in a room, the space around them is definitely like as important as, you know, what's going on in the thing itself. The non-ephemeral nature of them means that in a maybe romantic way, I feel like they absorb the energy that has been exchanged through working the material. Like it's just there, preserved in the form, standing the test of, you know, the weather and time. And I think that's really powerful, specifically with stone, but that applies to glass too, and metal that changes chemically. Like there's something that is retained in the thing that is the summary of that process. I find that really wonderful to work with, and makes a lot of the sort of labor and pain you sustain in doing it like time capsuled. I guess it's kind of nostalgic. It makes me sound nostalgic,